absolutely adored her 2-room apartment in the capital, she still found herself missing the light and the space that she remembered from her childhood in the countryside. Downstairs, she looked around the empty foyer. "Can I help you with anything?" the kind receptionist asked. She was a round woman, about 50 years old, and in the middle of solving a crossword puzzle, a fact she did not try to hide. "Something to eat?" "We open at 6 o'clock. The grey-haired woman smiled kindly at her and did not seem to realize that she had not even asked what kind of food Claire was interested in. "You can go in and find a table." Apparently, that meant there was only one place to eat in this town, and Claire was already here. "Unless you want a pizza?" the receptionist asked helpfully. No, inn food is perfectly fine." To say the restaurant Astrup Inn was not well visited would be to understate things. The place was entirely empty. "A table?" Claire nodded awkwardly. She had gotten used to dining alone after so many years on the job. It was still something else to eat at a completely empty restaurant. Almost empty. When she had received the menu and was looking through it, Claire noticed a tall man who had apparently stepped through the door right after her. He sat at a table in the corner and ordered with a quiet mumble without even looking at the menu. A regular, apparently. He was handsome in the healthy, outdoorsy kind of way. Light, wavy hair, strong jaw, and a distinctive nose. He looked up, and Claire quickly lowered her gaze, but their eyes had met for a second. He nodded shortly and looked away. She felt a blush form on her cheeks. He had no way of knowing that she had just sent a text to Karen. "Okay, you're right. I have to find a man." While she waited for her food, the phone buzzed, and she turned it over to read the message. "If you haven't found a guy within the next week, I'm setting you up. Deal?" She smiled and answered quickly. "A week? It takes longer than a week to find a boyfriend." The answer came before she had even had time to put the phone down. "Who says it has to be a boyfriend? Welcome to the 21st century, see. It's okay to sample the menu." After the message, she added 3 emojis. A winky face, one with its tongue out, and an eggplant. Claire laughed and put the phone back in her purse without answering. Then she looked up and met the man's eyes again. They bore into hers before she had time to look away, and the feeling that washed over her was impossible to miss. When the waiter came over with both hers and the stranger's steaming plates and put them down on their respective tables, she made a quick decision. Before she had time to regret it, she slung her purse over her shoulder, took the plate and cutlery in one hand and the glass in the other, and walked towards the stranger's table. "Yes," he said, and looked up, as she was suddenly standing in front of him in a gesture that was way more forward than her usual style. She already regretted it, but it seemed right, as if there was no way back. "I was just thinking." The energy had already left her. Why was she standing in front of a strange but very handsome man, who was clearly just trying to enjoy his meal in peace and quiet in restaurant Astrup Inn?